How to make money with Facebook ads. Hey there, in this video, we're gonna talk about how you can make money with Facebook ads.
Why don't you write us a check for 300 grand and we'll kindly be on our way.
This is actually a great way of making money, as we're gonna see throughout this video, so stick around and allow us to break it down for you step by step. Step 1, know your competition. So before you can move forward with actually making any money off of Facebook ads, what you first need to do is find out as much as you can about who your main competitors are. This is important for whatever space that you would like to enter when it comes to Facebook ads. So it's always good to have all of your competitors' pages up for you to see. And once you reach 10 to 20 of these pages, what you will want to do next is scroll down all the way to this thing called page transparency. You'll click on See All and see an ad library. The ad library for any page would basically display all the ads that this page is currently running with Facebook ads. But what to do next? What you'll do next is creating a new separate email. For example, your name, facebookads@gmail.com. What you'll do with this is log into it and see all of the many things that they're offering right now. How do they sell? What is their email marketing like? What do their sales pages look like? You need to know all that. So you'll go onto the pages and put in that new email address. What you need to notice is how these pages of sellers are blowing money away on these ads. It's obvious that they're not doing it for nothing. And the fact is that they're actually making money through these ads. So would it be more sensible to get into a whole new domain and do something that you have no prior knowledge about? Or would it make more sense if you do what is already working and which you can learn about through the experience of others? So this is exactly why you make a separate email account to out into these pages. This way you can see the type of emails that these pages are sending to people and learn from those. And it gets really easy with things like this. You could take a screenshot of the page and go to Fiverr and ask people there if they can make something very similar to that. Now you're probably wondering where you're supposed to get ideas for SEO of Facebook ads. But one thing that you can do is go on Pinterest and type in Facebook tips. What you'll find is that there's pictures from different pages, basically that mention the tips that the page is offering. So an article on Facebook ads would have a picture that displays something like 5 tips to make money from Facebook ads. This way you can click on the picture that shows things that you can add to your cheat sheet. Then you can just head over to Fiverr and improve what you have for a small amount. Step 2, build your sales process. So with your main bribe that you'll offer in exchange for emails, just like those pages, what you need to do is create something very similar. Trust the process. If it's working for them, it'll most likely work for you too. So you create a report or whatever you see your competitors doing that you give out to your customers in return for their emails. You can do so by creating a digital cover or prototype for it using editing softwares and then making it even better through Fiverr, though that's optional. Step 3, get creative with your ads. So these days, it's all about campaign budget optimization, and you really need to focus on that as Facebook pretty much just does all the hard work for you. What this means is that you give Facebook a bunch of varied audiences, say 5 or 10 different sets of audience, and Facebook will actually tell you which one is going to be the most profitable for you. Facebook wants to do all your work for you. So once the audience is plugged in, you'll go down here and choose the objective that you want out of people. Do you want to buy, or do you want them to give you their email address, or maybe get on a call? Whatever it is, you'll have to put it down there, and that's where it all comes together too. What you saw your competitors doing in step 1 would basically be your objective 2. Were they asking for emails? Were they selling directly? And once you've noted that down, you'll have to optimize for it. So you'll choose whichever conversion it is that you want. So be it emails, be it phone calls, or be it purchases. And then you'll have to toggle this over, which is dynamic creative. And then you scroll down below where you put the age of your audiences. You must select the most appropriate age group for whatever it is that you're offering. So below that is genders and then something called detailed targeting. This is where you can type in the most appropriate keywords. So once you type in that interest, you could, if it's available with Facebook, as it would appear down below. And then here's where you put in the creatives. So you have to look at the text that your competitors are writing. Also notice how they have many different variations of these things, including different images. So you have to figure out how to get these multiple images. So what you have to do is get 5 different images, at least, and 3 different copies of ads. So you just have to model what's already being done, except use original content and add your story and your own words to it. So what you have to do next is input the different styles of texts right in here, and there are multiple options that you can go with as Facebook helps you pick the best one. What you also do as an alternative is to make several headlines and then put multiple images right there. And what's so awesome about this is that once it's done and you send all of this info to your landing page, Facebook will automatically filter out the best text, headlines, or images that will actually convert the best, just like it's doing for your competitors. Step 4, test multiple audiences. So the last thing that you gotta do is just go back to the ad set level, as this is where all of your audiences are. You'll just have to copy this because if you remember, the campaign will actually test several audiences before it settles on the best one. So you'll go right back to where you set up your page and change it up to look for the best audience. You could change the detailed targeting section to a different thing too. This way, you'll really be able to get your best bet. So you can repeat this process multiple, like 3 or 5 times, because on the campaign level, this would be how much money you'd be willing to spend on a regular basis. And on the ad set level, this is where you put all your different creatives. Facebook's aim is to literally make you the most profit with whatever budget that you have on your hand. However, this would only work if you know how to create the best sales process by seeing what is already working for your competitors. So the next way that you can make money, if you're, for any reason, finding this too hard to get around or too complicated, and especially if you don't want to deal with the whole sales process, you can instead just approach companies that already have the sales process designed and then just run ads for them. It's actually quite easy. You can just go on Yelp and put in any of your interests. What will come up is a list of people that are already dealing with that interest. And even if it may come as a surprise, a lot of people actually have no idea how to market things online. And many of these people are also depending on online sales to be their main source of revenue to pay for their expensive overheads. So what you do is that you repeat the exact same process that we just showed you, but instead do it for these other companies instead of your own thing. This actually saves time on building your own sales process from scratch. So you could just go up to these companies and offer them online marketing services. It's very likely that they would agree to this, as it's really, really worth it. You can make online ads and promote campaigns for these firms and get paid for it. So with that, we have come to the end for today's video. You have any other questions? Feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, bye-bye.